No carb, no problem. This thing is a beast. I mean,
Many stones are told to be precious, but only real pressure forge diamonds. Diamonds are forever.
Alright, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I took a hiatus. Been getting a lot of work done. Not really so much for YouTube. Apologize for that. It's just I don't really have a lot of time to edit videos. Still cranking 60 hours a week, but the work around here still got to get done. So today the project is we're going to be working on tree service wood that got dropped off to us. Called up a company. They was like, absolutely, we'll drop some wood off to you. They were like, does it matter what size? I said, nope, drop it all off. Late last year, actually had around this time, I had to rent a chainsaw with an 18-inch bar. It ran me about 180 bucks. And since then, I went out, bought this 18-volt Ryobi chainsaw with a 12-inch bar on it. And that's been my bread and butter for quite some time. Then just about last week, I went out and I bought this Harbor Freight chainsaw for about 180 bucks. And we're about to put in some work. She's already warmed up. She's not. I didn't tighten the chains on either one of these. Once we start cutting, the chains are going to come loose a little bit. Just got to tighten them up. Still working on the tune on this one. It's not an auto tune, so not like a T-Pain. Like none of that. Just auto tune is like when it tunes itself for whatever you're doing. And so yeah, we got some massive trees over here. I'm gonna come around, show you guys what we got. But I do have some work gloves. I got some 2-cycle gas and oil mix. And let me show you guys what we're working with. So we got this tree down here. I'll show you that. And then those are just some smaller ones that I cut with the 12-inch bar. And then this tree is massive. Like, I don't even know how big around it is, but it's pretty gnarly. And then this one right here is probably one of the bigger ones. And then those rounds that are over there, I actually cut those with the rented chainsaw from Superior Products in Montville, Connecticut, I believe. So let's go ahead and do some. Well, the chainsaw is already warmed up, but we're gonna go ahead and get it fired up, and we're gonna, as that warms up a little bit more, we're gonna move some of these rounds out the way, and I will show you what it looks like when I cut with that 12-inch Ryobi saw with a 6 amp an hour battery, brand new. And then we will work our way up to the 18-inch bar on that one. So let's go ahead and get it going. So I got some leather gloves. Put these on. I'm gonna move these pallets out the way. And just stack those for another time. And these rounds, I'm going to go ahead and chuck those out the way. And I should have probably raked over here a little bit, but it is what it is. But yeah, anyway, how's your day going? Leave it down in the comment section. Happy to be back. Whoa! There's something under there. What is it? Another chunk of wood, baby. So I'll put that over there just to prop up the wood that we're going to be cutting. And maybe tomorrow, if I got time, I'm going to have my son haul this wood over there to the log splitter, because we got some log splitting to do. A lot has happened since I've seen you guys last, so quick update. I added an extension onto the wood bin because our wood bin was actually getting kind of full, or it is full. And so I don't know if you guys saw it, but we actually have a farm stand in the front. I'll try to include some photos where we sell campfire wood now, right on site. And we had a gentleman about 2 weekends ago come and buy like 4 bags of campfire wood. And he wanted to know if we would sell in bulk. And I was like, how much wood you looking to buy? And he said a full cord. I said, I don't got a way to measure a full cord at the moment, but give me a day and I'll build it. So I built a separate rack just in the front for people to buy a cord of wood. And then, or no, this was 3 weekends ago. And then 2 weekends ago, he came and bought a cord of wood that my son and I stacked up at the front. And now he's talking about he has to build more storage at his house so that he could continue to buy from us, because allegedly him and his wife ordered some campfire wood or some wood for their wood stove, and their delivery never came. And the guy wanted to know if we would sell in bulk to him, because the guy never showed up, and I think he tried to order 2 full cords off of him. He said he'd rather spend the money here because he knows the quality of wood that we got. He sees our setup. I showed him around, and I told him it's all done on a small log splitter. Like, we didn't really intend on selling in bulk with our small log splitter, but you know, the wood's just there. Also, quick update, yesterday I actually went out and bought my own wood stove. We have yet to install it. It's used. I bought it for 50 bucks cash. Came with the wood stove, the grate for the front, the flue that goes up, and then I went to Tractor Supply, bought a 90-degree elbow joint to put that into the wall. So I'm pretty stoked about that, but we got to clean it up and stuff first. So right now we're like organizing the shed, and we got to organize and clean up downstairs. So it's just like a lot of stuff. But let's go ahead and get, I know I've been rambling. I haven't seen you guys in a while. What do you expect, Frank? What the heck? All right, so safety first. Got my yellow tinted glasses. I kind of like these because makes me look like I'm actually doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and clean these bad boys. I was actually cutting the grass today, and today is November. What is today? November 15th, and I was cutting grass today. That's because we had a bunch of wildflowers growing up in the front, and then I decided to go ahead and just cut all that down. My lawnmower crapped the bed, and then my neighbor gave me a lawnmower, and I hit a small tree stump over there, and for some reason it doesn't turn back on. So I'm down 2 lawnmowers, and I got a gas weed whacker because my electric one kind of like crapped the bed. So whatever. Let me go ahead and adjust this camera angle for you, and we'll go ahead and get started. The 12-inch bar, which is the Ryobi Chainsaw, and we should be able to cut up the silver maple right here. You guys never ran this setup before. I have a zip tie. I measured from here to the chain, 16 inches, put some yellow tape on it. We cut the wood from left to right. That way we got pre-measured cuts, like so. Right where the tip is on the last cut, that tells me where my bar needs to be when I go to cut. Here we go. So I actually just bought this chain off of Amazon because I was going to Home Depot and I was buying the Ryobi brand chains for 20 bucks. And look at the teeth on this thing. The teeth on this thing are just so teeny tiny. Let me just come around, make sure I can see on camera. Look how tiny those teeth are. Yeah, look how tiny those teeth are compared to like a regular size chainsaw, which I'm going to go ahead and start this up right now, right after I show you. This is an 18-inch bar. And look at the massive teeth on that thing. Those are way bigger than the ones on that one. So we're going to go ahead and start this up. Let it warm up again before we go ahead and start before we go ahead and start ripping through it. Put that there, let it warm up again. In the meantime, measure, aim, cut. I just got done sharpening this, and I think I'm gonna have to sharpen it again. This is ridiculous. Move these rounds out the way. So those actually got some spalt in them. Let me show you. Starting to get some spalt in there, which is when the wood starts to rot, but doesn't get a chance to. This place is notorious for giving some wood, the wood here, some spalt. I don't mind. But I went on Amazon and I bought 4 chains for 20 bucks, and I think they actually messed up, and I think they gave me 5. So I got 5 chains for 20 bucks, $4 a chain. Not too shabby, right? Not too shabby. Let me go ahead and put this up here. Let me adjust the camera angle, make sure you guys can see. There we go. And I'll actually move you guys over here. We'll do one last cut here. Maybe we'll do a rip cut down the center. Like I said, this was my bread and butter for a long time. But yeah, this thing is barely even cutting. So what I'm gonna do is, it's barely even noodling. I'm gonna have to sharpen it again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these off right here. Or maybe I'll spin it around. Because the crotch section right here is like the best for heating. Because that's where the branches branch off. And it's very tight grain in here, so yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the limbs off. I'm gonna try to save as much of this as I can. Match the cut on this side. So again, this is silver maple, easy cutting. But I think it's time to do some real tree work. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss that over. We're gonna put this 18-volt battery operated saw back in the wagon. And we're gonna go ahead and keep Yeah, so this one started getting some spalt in it too, but what a significant difference. Even though it bogs down, I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to like really look into that, like why it's doing that with the tune. But not for nothing, that's way faster, way faster. Let's go ahead, do a few more pieces. My intention is to do at least a small tree over there today because the sun's already going down. I'm sure lunch is ready for me inside. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna do a rip cut on this one, so I'm actually gonna cut it in half, make it more manageable. Let's go ahead and get it. now that that's done, let's go ahead and work on at least a small tree today. Bogging down. See if I can mess with the tune a little bit more. For some reason, it keeps bogging down. For some reason, this keeps bogging. Call it the Winnebago. So what I'm doing is I'm turning the screw over here, trying to see if that helps with it. Probably gonna tighten up that chain too. Ooh, that's hot. Go ahead and put my glove back on. Maybe I'm out of gas. Let me see. Oh, yeah, Papa's out of gas, baby. Ow. Yeah. Let me get some more gas for her. Now, from what I learned when I was renting the chainsaw, when you fill up the gas, you also want to fill up the bar oil. And shout out to Chris from In the Wood Yard. He recommends that you get 3 saws, so that when one saw runs out of gas, you go to the next one, turn that one on, start cutting to give this one a break. When the second one runs out of gas, you go on to the third one, or whenever the chain gets dull. Maybe that's it. Whenever the chain gets dull. So he said he'll run a couple of tanks of fuel. Little spillage, whatever. And this is a 50-to-1 mix on this. Bar oil is not completely empty, but it's getting there. That right there. I'm just going to tune on this one again. I don't really know what I'm doing, so if anybody has any tips or tricks or pointers they can give me, any and all help would be appreciated. Tighten up the chain. Go ahead, turn the brake off. This isn't going according to plan. So I think part of the issue is, I think because I hit the earth a few times, that the blades are dull. That's number one. I don't have any more sharpening bits. I do have the sharpening file that they sent me, but as far as the one that goes on my Dremel, I don't have that. And also I'm running out of daylight here, so this video is to be continued. I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff away. I'm overdue on lunch, and yeah, to be continued. I'm gonna see if my local Home Depot has the files for it, and see if I could get a new edge on these. Oh yeah, these things are dull, dude. See if I can show you those. Look how dull those are. These are supposed to be like cat claws up here, and some of them don't even have points to them. So I'll go ahead and sharpen those. Let me run one more right next to here. Maybe it's just a crotch section, but I'm pretty sure it's the the chain is dull. got a mix. I think some blades are sharp, some are dull. I mean, it's cutting, but there's something wrong with the tune on it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish up these 2 cuts and we'll call it. Desperate attempt. We'll do one more. One more. This makes me want to see how long it will take for my little chainsaw. Makes me want to see how long my little chainsaw will take to rip through that thing. I mean, bigger teeth. You would think that it'd be faster, but not with that car backing like that. Here's my 12-inch Ryobi chainsaw. Dude, no carb, no problem. This thing is a beast. I mean, for what it's worth, this thing's a beast. See how much half battery on that? I mean, just to make a quick cut, not too shabby, right? We'll see if we can do one more with this Ryobi chainsaw. I don't know. That Portland saw, that's not looking too good right now. Ryobi got it beat for sure. Dude. Ryobi chainsaw for the win, guys. And I'm down to 1 bar on this bad boy. And for quick cuts, I mean, this thing got that gas chainsaw beat. I don't know. Makes me want to upgrade to the 18-inch bar. I mean, even with these little teeth putting in work, crazy. Like I said, this has been my bread and butter, my milk and cream, my half and half. This has been my everything for like since I moved in here. It's crazy. And we've been here over a year already. That's wild. Think of how many cords I've done cut with this chainsaw. Give it a little tap, knock out all that dust, sharpen the chain. I think this thing has been through 2 or 3 chains already. I mean, crazy. And I only brought 1 battery. Let's see if we could get through 1 more. I'm gonna double check the camera angle. I'm gonna bring you guys in closer. Battery's about to die too. All right, let's get it. She gave everything she had, guys. Almost. I'm like 70, maybe 75%, maybe 80% all the way cut through. This thing for the win. All right, we're going to pack it up. I appreciate you guys watching. As soon as I get the files for that thing, I'll probably have to sharpen this one again because I still have the bits for this one. I'm going to go ahead and put everything away. It's probably dinner time by now. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys watching. Smash that like button. Let me know when you guys are ready to see some more content and what kind of content you guys want to see. And I should have a collab coming up pretty soon. So we'll see how that goes. But I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.